every. Okay, we are live. I don't know why this light is somewhat very funny, but I'm trying to make sure that the light is perfect. Is it? I'm not sure which lighting is better. I think this one is better. But I feel like it's not well lighted enough. I'll try to bring this closer. Let me see if this would work. I think this should work. Okay, this should work. I feel like this light is very poor. I don't know why. Anyways, I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to join before starting. It's currently 2 minutes past 7 p.m. and I think I will just wait for like 2 minutes before starting. I'm waiting for a couple of people to join before I start this live stream. If you're going to watch, if you eventually get on watching this live stream, maybe like later on, just skip all these parts because that's just the unfortunate thing about life, about like streaming live. You have to wait for people to join unless you're just basically talking to yourself. So if you eventually get on watching this video later on, just skip all this part because I'm just waiting for a couple of people to join. Hi, CKLG Accountants. Is that your company name? Is that your business name? Your business account? Hi, Millie. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Okay, I think we have 7 people now. We're just going to start in a couple of minutes. I'm just waiting for a couple of people to join before starting so that, we have more people. Thank you. I've never seen this sticker before. Well, it's nice to see this sticker. Thank you. CKLG, is that your company account? Is that your business account? Your like are you using your business account to join this live stream? Anyways, thank you for joining anyways. Okay, I think we can start. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. I think you're using it for more visibility. Anyways, let's just go ahead to start. Okay, I'm going to be making Afro ponytail for kids today, and I'm going to be using this Kinky hair, this product. I don't know if you can see this one. I'm going to be using that. I'm going to show you guys how to make the Afro ponytail by yourself. You can do it. You can make this Afro ponytail from the comfort of your home, and you can make it and sell it online to people that might be interested in buying. You can sell it on eBay, on Amazon, anywhere you want to sell it on. So I'm going to show you the the net, the drawstring net that we are going to be using for today's tutorial. So we're going to be using this one. It has this drawstring. So this is the medium-sized one. I got this from Amazon. Was it Amazon I got it from? I can't remember where I got it from, but I think I got it from Amazon. Oops. I think I just pulled out the elastic. Okay, you know what? We'll just basically switch to the other one, so I can fix that later, but we'll just use this one instead. I mistakenly took out the drawstring. So use this one. Thankfully, I have two here. So this was what I was trying to do. So basically, this stopper here, I'm just going to tie this so that the stopper doesn't go away. Hi, Bobbyson. Hi. How are you? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I've done is to tie this. I've just tied this so that this stopper doesn't go away. So this is going to hold the stopper in place. Where are you joining us from? Please, you guys should let me know where you're joining from today. Let me know where you are joining us from. So this one is for kids, okay? If you want to make the one for adults, you can buy the large size one, but this one is a small sized one for kids, okay? For children, for your little girls. So I'm just going to put this on the mannequin to enable me like install the kinky hair on it just about now. And let me just put the camera to my mannequin here. And so what I'm going to do basically is just to use my pin to hold this down, because we're going to be installing the hair. I think most people are joining us from the UK. That's really nice. I'm also doing this live stream from the United Kingdom as well, in case you're wondering. Hi, Isfara. Hi. Where are you joining us from? Please go ahead to subscribe. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. Go ahead to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And this is the crochet pin that I'm going to use to install the hair. So I'm just going to go ahead to open this. So this is in the color. So this is the color 2. Okay, it's like I think off black. So I'm going to be using this hair. So this is what it comes like. I'm just going to tear this. Okay, and I'm going to start with this one here. So I'm going to use this scissors. So what I want to do is to basically cut off this very sharp ends, the straight ends. I'm just going to cut that off because I don't need that. I don't need that to make this. Okay, I just need the coily one. I'm going to put that aside. And then, because I don't want this to be really long, I'm also going to go ahead to cut this into two equal halves. This is going to be really short. So we're basically just going to cut this into 2. Okay. And this is what we have. This is the length of the ponytail that we have. All right, so let's just go ahead to install. I'm going to bring this very close so that you guys can see what I'm doing. If you have any questions as I start, just let me know. I'm going to be monitoring the chats as well, so just let me know if you have any questions, and I'm happy to answer your questions. All right, so this is the size. I'm going to just take this small size here. That's the size of hair that I'm going to be installing, like this. All right, so what I'm basically doing is to take my crochet pin, and then I'm just going to bring this close. I'm going to put the pin through. I don't know if you can see how tiny the holes are, but basically want to pass the pin through about 2 holes on the net, okay? And then you place the hair just on the pin, and then you lock the pin, okay? Then you bring out the hair from that end, and when you have the hair like this, you basically just want to take this and pass it through it, and then you stretch it out just like this, okay? Easy peasy. All right, so we're going to keep doing that until we install the hair on the entire section of the net. All right, so just keep doing that. Okay, all right. I think I'm going to add a little bit to that one because it's quite small. So same process, just take portion, then insert the hair. If you have any questions for me, please feel free, pop up your questions in the comments, and I'm going to answer your question if you do have one. Right. So what I want to do is I want to cover off the bottom part before going to the upper part, so that it's easier for me to do it. If you're just joining and you have any questions, please feel free to pop up your questions. I'm happy to answer whatever questions that you have. So what you're basically doing, for those that are just joining, to install the hair, you just take your crochet pin and pass it through about 2 holes on the net, just like this. Let me bring this closer for y'all to see. So about 2 holes like this on the net, okay? When that is passed through the net, you just take the hair, place it on the pin, and then you extend the hair out from the hole. And then you take the other end and you place it inside this one like this and stretch it out. Okay. The hair is looking is looking all over the place right now, but that's totally fine. By the time we get on covering the entire extent, you see how nice it's going to look. Okay. Might be hard to see what I'm doing right now, but just hang on. I need to cover off this sides. Okay. Right. So the first one that I had cut is finished. So I'm just gonna prep another one down. But I might as well just cut everything down so it's easier for me as I get on. So this is the size that I'm taking. This size right here. And then I go in with my crochet pin. So let's get back on it. So what you're doing is you take the pin, pass it through about 2 holes on the net, okay? Then you take the hair, you place it on the pin, you lock. You take the hair out on the other side, and you take the other end of the hair, you pass it through the loop, you stretch out the hair to secure. Just once is totally fine. So you just keep doing that until you're able to cover off the entire ponytail net, because the net needs to be covered up entirely with hair. So you just keep doing that. So like I said, the reason why I cut this really short is because this one is for kids, okay? If you're making the one for adults, all you basically want to do is to use a longer, don't cut the kinky extension too short. Can maybe just use it without cutting it. Okay. Let me bring this closer because I feel like well, I'm not showing you guys exactly the full coverage. So okay. I noticed some people just joining just about now. If you have any questions, just let me know, okay? Because I started this about 25 minutes ago and I already explained the process that I was going to follow. So if you have any questions, like something that you don't get in the process, just let me know. All right, I would answer your questions while working on the ponytail. So what I'm basically doing is I'm just trying to cover off the bottom parts before going to the top, right? That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm taking my time to cover as much I can do. All right, so let me bend it like this so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Just insert the net, this. Then take the hair, you place it through the crochet pin. You lock the pin and you pull out the hair from the opposite side. Once that is done, you take the other end and you place it inside, just like this, and you stretch it out. You see. So we just keep doing that, and until everything is entirely covered. So there's a space in between here that I need to cover off, which is what I'm going to do now. Thank you, CKLG. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I think we've covered off the bottom part to some extent. Okay, so we can just go ahead to cover off the bottom, the middle part, sorry. So we have this middle part to cover off. So same process, just keep on taking, use approximately, maybe you can use 2 holes for one install, 2 to 3 holes per one install. Yep. Okay, so we still have this part left to cover off. All right, so yeah, take my hair and insert your crochet pin. All right, and insert the hair in the clip. Take out from the other end and place this through the middle of the loop, and you stretch out. Okay. So we still have a little bit space. So just keep on going until everything is covered. You want to make sure that everything, like the entire net, is covered so that the net is not going to be visible. All right, so as usual, take the pin and insert into 2 to 3 holes in the net, and then you take the hair in the pin, you stretch out the hair from the other end, and then you basically want to take the tail of the hair from the opposite end and pass it through the loop just like this, and then you stretch it out just like this. If you're just joining and you have questions, please let me know. I don't bite. I'm happy to answer your questions, okay? If you have any questions you want to ask me, please go ahead to pop up your questions in the comments and I'll answer you. Because I know some people are just joining and they're just, I'm not sure who exactly is on the live at the moment. So, yeah, I can't know unless you let me know if you want to. So, feel free to say hi in the chats. I'm happy to answer your questions, okay? I'm happy to answer your questions. So I'm just trying to separate the hair to make it easier. I'm just going to have them all separated out to make it easier for me while I'm installing. Yep. Yeah.
Why did you tell me we were going to ask that? That's why I got that the lot.
Are you serious? Oh wow. Okay, so have the hair separated out. Oh, I just realized that I had been talking and I muted the microphone. I didn't even realize. So yes, I was saying that let me know where you're joining from. If you are joining from the UK, from the US, I know a couple of people have said they're joining from the UK when we started. Let me know where you're joining us from. This is a free space, positive space here. Okay, feel free to say hi. I don't bite. I don't bite. It gives me joy when I do my live stream and I see people comment, like saying hi in the comments. Makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. So don't be shy. Feel free. Feel free to say hi in the chats, okay? Feel free. It's a free world. It's a free world. Alright, so let's just get back on because I just have separated everything. So this is all the hair separated out here. So we still have a couple of, we have some space to cover off right in the center and then at the top here. So that's what we're going to do right now. So as usual, just take the hair and then place your crochet pin. You can do 2 to 3 holes. Insert it through 2 to 3 holes depending on your preference. So I'm going to do 3. And then when the pin is inserted, you just basically want to take your hair and yeah, place the hair on the crochet pin. You lock the pin and you pull out from the other end. And then you take the other end of the hair, you place it through the hole just like this, and you basically stretch the hair out like that, and that's the hair installed. So you just keep doing that until you cover the entire section of the net. want to cover every section, cover everything so that you don't have any part of the net showing. Okay, insert your pin, place your hair, pull out the hair, take the other end of the hair and pass it through the loop, and you basically just stretch out like that. Okay, so I'm gonna install somewhere around here. I think this place is properly covered just about now, so I'm not gonna install any more there. I just come here, so I'll cover off this section. All this bit here, I'm gonna cover off this bit here. Okay, there's some bits here that I need to cover off as well. Can you guys see? This place is like truly really exposed, so I'm gonna cover off this part here. Right, I'm still going to cover off all this side here. This entire section, I'm going to cover it off, so it doesn't get to show. Okay, and cover off this side here. Okay, I think I can cover off this bit here. Okay, so I think the middle section is covered somewhat to a degree. So now we're gonna move up to this upper part. Okay. What I'm gonna do is to bend it. So I'll try bending it. Is that better? Can you guys see? If I bend it like this, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you take the pin, you insert the crochet pin in about 2 to 3 holes on the neck. Then you want just want to take the hair, you insert the hair on the hook of the pin, you lock it, and then you pull it out. So when you pull it out, you basically just want to take the loop of that hair and then take the other end of the hair and pass it through the loop, and then you stretch the hair out just like this. So you can see that the what's it called, the net, the hair on the net is getting fuller because we've covered more sections on the net compared to when we first started. If you're just joining and you're interested, you have questions, just let me know when you join, because I really can't know who exactly is on the live. I know some people have joined and some people have left already. Some people are just joining as well. And you might have questions. Just let me know if you have questions, okay? I'm happy to answer your questions. So that one is finished. I'm just going to take another one and prep the hair. So I'm using in case you're wondering which of the extensions I'm using the gold products, the gold Kinky one. So this one is the Noble brand. And the Noble one comes in this length. This length basically is what you have, right? And I usually just used to cut out this straight ends because this straight ends is not useful at all. So I just basically just cut it out. Okay, so that's been cut out now. Yeah. And then I'm gonna cut this into 2. Remember I said this one, I'm making this one for kids. I'm not making this one for adults, so I'm making this one for kids, and I want it to be short, which is why I'm cutting it into two. But if you are making for adults, you don't need, and you want to make the longer one, you don't need to cut the extension. You can just use it like that. But because this one is for kids, I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be as short as possible. So what I'm doing now is just to separate the hair. I'm gonna just separating the hair out before I start installing again. So this is the size that I was installing. This size here. Is CKLG still on this live stream? Are you still on this live stream, CKLG? Don't know if you've left already. I think CKLG has left. I'm not sure if they're still here. All right, so let's get back. Let's get back to installing the hair. Let's get back. Let's get back. Let's get back. Let's get back. Alrighty. So, for those that are just joining, I'm going to explain again. You take your crochet pin, you insert it through the net, okay? You can try inserting through 2 to 3 holes on the net, just like this. And then you take your hair and then you install the hair through the pin. You lock the pin, you pull out the hair from the net on this side, just like this. And then you basically just want to pass the other end of the hair through this loop that you have on your right side. So you pass it through like this, okay? And then you stretch out the hair to secure it. This is what it looks like when it's been stretched out. And then I'm just going to keep doing that until we cover off the remaining part of the net. The mesh net, whatever you want to call it. And you can make this from the comfort of your home. Okay, it's very simple, just exactly as I'm showing you. Very, very simple. It does not require any complicated process. It's very simple. For those that are looking for side business or side hustle, whatever, you can make this and sell it online, right? I've got a story to tell. I like, you know, guys, I like singing when I'm working. I like singing to pass up time. So because I know I'm on this live stream, it's quite very strange that I'm not singing right now. It's very strange because it just keeps me going. But yeah, I have to maintain my steez. Okay, I think we are almost done. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Just a couple of space. Just a couple left. Almost there, almost there, almost there. So we're gonna cover off this bit here. Okay, so we still have a little more space to cover, right? And it's just very little. I'm gonna try to cover that up right now. I think we might need about 5 more install. So you just basically want to take your hair, install it through the nets, and then you pass it through the other end like this, just like this. Like this, like this, like this. We are pretty much almost there. Okay. Okay. All right, so I think the only parts that I think I might need to cover off would be just here. Maybe here. Let me cover that part off. And then I'll show you guys the final results. Just here. This side, this bit here. Oops, I'll probably just do about 2 installs on that end. have to do some here too. Can you guys see this part here? I always feel the need to cover off every area so that you don't have any part of the net showing when it's been worn. Okay. And maybe just a couple here. It might be quite hard to see what I'm doing right now. Oops, that didn't go in well, so I'm gonna do that again. It didn't go in well. So going in again. I think this one here should do it. Right? Okay. So this, if you're just joining now, you're probably late because we are almost, I think I'm almost done with the install. I'm just checking to see if I have covered off everything or if I still need to add more hair. Well, this is the one for kids, okay? I made it really short because this is for kids. I don't need to make it long. Let me just show you guys. So this is the inner part of the mesh here. This is the outer bit. So this particular net, I don't know, let me show you guys. This is the mesh. I got this from Amazon. You can buy this from Amazon. So this is what it looks like when you have installed the hair on it. And you can basically just use this stopper to adjust it on your kids' hair. Yeah, so this is the final result. If you look at this just like this, I don't think any part of the mesh is showing. So I think it should be fine. Maybe I might just add a couple. I might add a couple of hair just somewhere around here. So that I think that's the only part that I need to add to. So I'm just going to add. I can probably do that without, no, I'm going to have to put this back on here. I'm going to use my pin to hold it down. Okay. Oops, I don't know why that was hard, but use my pin, and it might be quite hard to see though because it's already entirely covered with hair. It's just this bit here that is, I just need to cover off, which is what I'm doing right now. And then I think just one more install should cover it off, I think. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That's covered. Why does this keep falling? I don't really know why this pin just keeps falling off on me. All right, so guys, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the final result, and what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to use my, by the way, this is the remaining pack. Okay, I didn't use everything. I think I just used two. This is the length, this is the full extent of the kinky hair, and I used only 2 out of it. I still have 3 more left. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one to make the remaining one here. And you can see I even still have some that I cut out left here. So the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to comb out that's just the final thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to just use my comb. I'm not going to brush it out entirely, but I'll just use it to comb it out just a little bit, okay? And that is our Afro ponytail ready for use. You see that this is very simple. Like, it's very simple to make. It's not complicated at all. It's not complicated. In case you didn't join us when we started, okay, you can always come back to my channel to watch this live stream. This live stream is going to go, it's going to be uploaded on my channel, so you can always come back to watch it. And if you don't have the ponytail mesh, I have another video on my channel where I showed how you can use your what's it called now, your bubble band to make it. If you don't have the ponytail mesh and you have a bubble band at home, you can use your bubble band to make this as well. You can just go on my channel and search for the video. It's just right there. Just search for okay, let me take out this pin that I used to. Okay. When you're brushing it out, you don't need to brush it like out entirely. Just take the comb, put the comb on the hair, and you just like this. So just do that. Or you can even use your hand as well. Rather than using the comb, you can use your hand to brush it, just like this. So the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the scissors to trim the top of the hair. Basically just trim so that the hair is even. If you're just joining, thank you for joining. We are almost done with the live stream. Okay, we started about an hour and 17 minutes ago, and I'm just wrapping up right now. So this live stream is going to go, the stream is going to go live on my channel. You can always come back to watch how I made this. All right, it's very simple. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. It's very simple. So I'm just using the scissors to trim out the excess, the uneven ends. so that it's equal. Okay, I think that is okay. And this should sit perfectly on kids, on your baby girl's hair. Should sit perfectly fine. Okay, and that's our final result. Thank you for joining. Even though I know that almost everybody that had joined when I started, they've gone already. But yeah, I have just one more person here. Just saying thank you, okay? If you wanna, like I said, you can always come back on my channel to watch this live stream when it goes live on my channel. I'm gonna end this live stream just about now, and I'm gonna see you next time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna come on live tomorrow, but if I don't, then you can always catch me on my live stream every weekend, Saturdays or Sundays, any of the days in the weekend. Okay, I always do like DIYs, hair DIYs, that you can actually learn a lot from. So feel free to come back. Feel free to subscribe as well. All right, so you get notifications when I come on, when I go live. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye. I'll see you next time. Bye.